to the channel. Today we're going to talk about another headset. This particular one is very similar to the Skull Candy. I believe they're called Jib Wireless. This is the Skull Candy Inked Wireless. Now again, this is an older headset, but the difference between those two is that this one actually boasts an 8-hour battery. Well, let's just talk about the specs in general. Let's start over. So this headset right here is actually very flexible, and it boasts a 8-hour battery life. So for those that don't want earbud headsets, where you have to constantly put them in a case or put them on a charger that way, and they prefer something over the neck where they feel as if they'll lose it because it's too small, this is the ideal headset for those that just want to talk, text, listen to music, videos, amongst other things. Now, do they have HD calling and all those extra features like ambient noise and noise canceling? No, it does not. But this is an ideal headset for those that want to spend under $30, maybe even $20, sometimes less than that. Now, personally, I found this headset for roughly about 15 to 20 bucks, 25 to 30. It varies online, Amazon, eBay, depending if you want it new or used. I personally bought these for $10 at Ross. Typically, Ross and Burlington tend to sell different headset products when they get them in stock. So it's random. It's never guaranteed that they'll get a particular pair. So as of the recording of this video, they still have this particular product in stock at certain Ross retailers, at certain Burlingtons, and it's definitely something that you should jump on if you're just looking to get a nice gift for someone that isn't too tech savvy, where putting an earbud constantly in and out of a case, having to charge it, even though it doesn't sound like a lot of people don't want to go through that process only on the simple fact that they're not familiar with the technology. So with that being said, let's talk about some of the features. So what we have here is, like I said, an 8-hour battery life. I'm going to go ahead and take them out of the case so you can see them yourself, because this is how it's packaged. The only thing that's missing is the charger, which I took out already, and the instructions, which I also took out. Now, what we have here is a headset. Let me not tear anything. There we go. Take it out so you can see it. All right, let's toss this over here. So it does come with rubber ear tips, medium and small. The mediums are already on the headset. The small is inside that plastic case I just showed you. This right here, actually, let's get that out of the way. This right here, you have one set of controls. So if you're using it in real time, it would sit on your neck like so, exactly how I'm holding it. And this would rest on your neck or underneath your collar sleeve, depending on if you're a office worker or you're doing a particular job. It'll sit comfortably where it doesn't have to directly touch your skin, especially if you're wearing a shirt that has a collar and tie, or just a collar in general. What you have here is the actual, this is the button that lets you know that the headset is powered on. It'll blink. Where is the charger port? There we go, on the bottom right here. See if I can get a good angle because it is black. The charger port is right here, and it does use micro USB. Again, this is an older product, so don't be surprised. And for those that don't have a micro USB, that's okay, because it comes inside of the box along with the instructions. The instructions are right here. I just happened to pull it out so you didn't have to see it. Here you go. This is how it comes wrapped up. Now, what do we have here? The instructions. This is the part that, obviously the most important part for those that don't want to pull their phone out of their pocket. Typically when you're on a train or you're commuting or you're in a neighborhood you don't need to be in, I understand that you don't want to pull your phone out every 5 seconds. So in order to power them on, you will hold this Skull Candy button for 5 seconds. Now it's actually charged. So when it's in that mode right here where it's blinking red and blue, that means it's in pairing mode. What you'll do is you'll hold it for 5 more seconds to actually power it off. And typically once it's once it's paired together, that's how you power on and that's how you power off. You just hold it until you see a red color. It'll come on its own and it'll automatically pair. Now, what else do we have here? Volume up. If you can see right here, this is the volume up button. I hold it up here to keep the camera clarity clean. That's to turn the volume up. Click button. That's to turn the volume down. This is to answer phone calls right here if you need to. You also tap it once to pause. If you're not in a phone call, you will actually pause music or play music, or pause a YouTube video, play YouTube video. If you're in a phone call, it will actually, that doubles as a answer button in addition to a hang up button. In addition to that, to fast forward, which this is very simplistic, you hold the plus button, that will make the headset go forward. You hold the back button, that will make the headset go back. Meaning you can either go back to the previous, you'll go back to the previous track. Sorry about that. You'll go forward to the previous track. In addition to that, if you press the power button right here, the play button, which is the skull candy symbol, so you'll always know. If you press that twice, what that will actually do is set up your voice assistant. Now, typically, if you're using an Android device, what's going to end up happening is it's going to say to you, it's probably going to take you through a step of actually setting up your Google. I know a lot of the newer headphones do that. So if you already have your Google set up, you'll be able to say the, hey, you know what? I don't want to say it because I don't want my phone to pick that up. And you can do your searches. You can tell it to text people, A, B, C, D, like the typical voice commands. So with that being said, like I said, this is an ideal product for those that are looking to spend no more than $20 because typically these are $20. Again, we're just talking about like a regular retailer. Most retailers aren't going to necessarily carry these because there are newer versions of different earbuds out there. And typically over the head and earbuds have taken the world by storm. Earbuds more so, where everyone's buying those. But me personally, I feel that Skull Candy did a better job of their older headsets because they actually took the time to make something that was affordable and decent rather than having the current sound that they have while just overpricing generic earbuds is what they are currently doing. So we're going to pause this video. We're going to go outside, give you a recording so you can actually hear the call quality. Then we'll come back and I'll give you the synopsis of whether you should buy them or not. All right, so this is how the headset is going to sound on the Skull Candies that we talked about. Basically, you do hear a little bit of the background noise. I will say that I purposely picked a busy intersection to kind of give you an idea of what it's going to sound like. Now, remember, these don't have active noise cancellation. These don't have transparency mode. This was before those two features were typically included in headsets. So again, if you're comfortable with this and it sounds fine, it's a cheap headset. You can get them, like I said, for like $10 to $20, depending on where you shop. Whether it's online, you can get this product pretty cheap, especially as a new product. So from here, I'm going to give you a little taste of how it sounds indoors also. All right, so right here, we're back in a quiet location. So this is where the typical mic stand I use, which you can also get from Five Below. Really convenient. That's what I use for my reviews. Basically, this is a product right here, the Skull Candy Inked, just so you know what I'm using. And in addition to that, so you know that I'm actually recording on this, this is the headset itself hanging from the neck, as you can see. So, with that being said, like I said, it's good enough. Typically, not everyone is looking for the most clearest call quality. Not saying that this isn't bad. So if you're recording using the microphone for different reasons, I will say that Skull Candy does do a very good job with their microphones. They normally do. This was back at a time where they weren't cutting corners on their products. This was at a time where you paid a reasonable price for a Skull Candy product. You knew you were getting something decent when you got it, and you knew you were satisfied when you walked out the store. Not in the current 2020, 2021, where you're buying a particular product and it's $40, $50 for the headset that lasts for 1 hour. That's what they're basically doing. I'm saying it in a nutshell, but you get the point, especially with the big amount of competition that's grown over the years when it comes to headsets. So that's this video right here, and then we're going to go back to just a final verdict. At the end of the day, this is the product. For the price, I do think that this is a very good product for the price. The only issue that I have personally is that I do need a headset that can go an entire workday, sometimes a double that I don't have to necessarily charge up, because I do use my products excessively, and that's why I need comfort and a few other features in my headsets, and I stress that a lot, especially on the channel, that no matter how good sound is or look, it has to be comfortable. Otherwise, you have a paperweight that you can't use. So I'll say in 2021, I forget how old this product is. This is years old. But again, when it comes to headsets, that doesn't matter. Primarily because headsets are headsets. They're not phones. They don't have some headsets don't have particular software updates that are required for certain features to work. There's no experimental software right here. There's either going to be an issue with the left ear isn't working and the right ear is, or they're not syncing properly. It'll be, if something's wrong with one of the sides, the whole headset is damaged. It's dirt cheap, costs you less than a TransPass to replace it. You could probably buy multiple of them for the price of a TransPass in Philadelphia, which is $25.50. You probably get 2 of these, and you'll be perfectly fine. And to be honest, it will make an excellent gift for someone that's starting off new in the Bluetooth world, that has a tablet, a kid, an adult. Any person of any age can buy this headset, and I think they'll be satisfied with how well it works. And eventually they decide to just upgrade and go into, different territory, earbuds, or however they want to. This is still a decent starting point. So with that being said, again, I got my pair for $9.99. You're looking at between $9.99 to $19.99 roughly for the price of these wherever you go. And I say grab them. Anyway, that is the video. I'll see you in the next one.